Look, I've spent 14 years hiring people. Sales reps, customer success managers, leaders, managers of all sorts, hundreds of them across multiple different organizations. And if you're job hunting right now, I'm going to tell you something that might sting a little. Most people aren't losing because they're unqualified. They're losing because they're playing the same game everybody else is. I watched candidates spend 6 months literally firing resumes into the void, wondering why they're getting automatic rejections or folks are not emailing them back. Then I watched another candidate get an interview within 48 hours because they did a couple of things differently. It sucks to see people hurting around you. So the point of this video is for me to tell you what actually gets attention when you're sitting on the other side of the hiring table. Because I've been there. And most of what you think works just doesn't. So the number one thing is stop easy applying. I know it feels productive. You open LinkedIn, you hit apply, 47 different applications in a day, and you feel like you've done something. You have not. You're just adding yourself to a pile that a hiring manager literally will scroll through if you're lucky for about 8 seconds and move on. I've been that hiring man. I know exactly what that pile looks like. And the person who easy applied with a generic CV, identical to the 200 other people who applied with a generic CV. But here's the thing nobody tells you: you don't need 500 applications. You need 10 that don't look like the other 500. Every single thing you send should be specific, intentional, targeted. Research the company. Understand what they actually need. Write something that makes it impossible for them to think you copy-pasted it to 50 other companies. Because if it looks like you did, and it almost always does, you're done before you even get started. Quality over volume, it will beat it every single time. Number 2, research the hiring manager directly, not to boost their ego. This is one move that actually changes everything, and not a lot of people do it. Find out who the hiring manager is. LinkedIn makes it possible. A bit of research makes this possible, and then reach out to them directly via email, not HR, not the recruiter, the person who actually feels the pain of that role being empty, the person who needs someone yesterday in that seat. That's the person you need to reach out to. And when you reach out, don't just say, I saw your job posting and I'm very interested. That's noise. Say something specific. Say, I've been following what you're building. I have direct experience solving exactly the problem that you have, and I love 5 minutes to show you why I'm worth a conversation. Short, specific, confident, not performative. Look, hiring managers are stressed. They need the role filled literally yesterday. If you can get in front of them directly and make it easier for them to say yes, you've just leapfrogged every single person who went through the normal process of easy applying. Number 3, record a video. A 2 to 3 minute video of you, just you, talking to the camera, explaining who you are, what you've done, what your experience is, and specifically how you can help the company that you're applying to. That is worth more than any CV ever written. And I'll tell you why exactly from experience. Because if you guys get a resume and a Loom recorded video from 2 equally qualified candidates, I'm watching the Loom first every single time. Every time. Because a CV is a document. A video recorded is a person. When I watch your video, I can hear how you communicate. I can see how you carry yourself, your body language. I can feel whether you actually know what you're talking about or whether you just know how to write it well enough through the language of LLMs. And that is important. This is an enormous advantage that most candidates are literally leaving on the table by just simply applying and not taking the next step. Most people won't do this because, well, it's uncomfortable. Getting in front of the camera, trying to re-record the same video over and over again, trying to get it perfect. It's not about that. Which means that the ones who will do it will automatically stand out. Make the video. Literally, just send it to the hiring manager, do a direct outreach via LinkedIn or email, and watch what happens. Number 4, use your network like your life depends on it. People say networking is cheating. It's performative. No, it's not. Networking is literally how human beings have made decisions for thousands of years. It's not a shortcut. It's just literally how the world works. If you know someone at a company, reach out. If you know someone who knows someone, ask for an introduction. If you worked with someone in the past who now works somewhere you want to be, reach out right now. When someone I respect sends me a candidate and says, well, say this person is worth your time, that candidate goes to the top of the pile immediately. Not because I'm playing favorites, because trust transfers. A warm introduction carries information that a cold CV just never simply can. Your network is not your backup plan, it's your primary strategy. If you don't have a network, start networking, start attending events, start reaching out to people, folks that you've worked with in the past. Use and leverage that in any shape or way possible. But here's the line I want you to remember above everything else. The biggest mistake I feel like that folks that are looking for gigs, jobs make is believing their resume should do all of the work. Doesn't, won't. Given how competitive the job market is, your resume might get read, you might get hired, you might not get hired at all. So stop trying to be the best resume in the pile, because the hiring manager already knows before they open the pile, that is literally how you will win. Job hunting in this market is not a passive activity. You cannot apply and wait and hope. It worked 10 years ago. It just doesn't. That's unfortunately the market and time we live in. That's just not a strategy. Hope is not a strategy. That is wishful thinking with the LinkedIn profile attached to it. Treat this like a mission, the most important project that you have ever taken on, because it is. The people getting hired right now are not necessarily the most qualified, but they're certainly the most intentional. The ones who do the research, the ones who did the outreach, recorded the video, activated the network, and refused to be just another application in a pile. 14 years of hiring tells me one thing. The candidates who make it easy for me to choose them are the ones who are just going to go ahead and get the call or are literally going to get an interview with me. Go be that person.